Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Glad that you could tune into this episode. And to the new people that are checking out this channel for the first time, welcome. If you like what you see, this channel is mostly focused on camping, trying out different camping gear, seeing what works, what doesn't work, trying and just demonstrating different survival techniques, setting up trail cameras, wildlife, things of this nature. Over the years, I've had a lot of people telling me that, they'd love to go camping, but they can't. They can't afford it. It costs so much. You really don't have to spend that much money to go camping. You need the basic, essentials: a sleeping bag, shelter, food and water, things of this nature. A lot of people would be, I wish I had a camper on the back of my truck, a camper that I could tow, setups like that, but they can cost thousands of dollars. I'm going to show you a way for a do-it-yourself camper to put on the back of your truck that doesn't cost much money at all. The things you'll need for this will be simple magnets, some PVC pipe, and a tarp. Let's get to it, and I'll show you how to make a camper on your truck for very little money. All right, as you can see, we have the PVC pipe frame up. It took no time at all. It's just a little prep work. You cut it to size. There are these clamps that go and snap on that the other pipes that can connect to. You don't glue it, just leave it so you can slide it in and off. It leaves plenty of room. You can pretty much stand up in it, so putting in a chair, your bed, whatever, plenty of room in there for what you have to deal with. The next step we're going to be doing is putting the tarp on. Let's get to that. All right, everyone, we have the tarp laid out over the PVC pipe. What you want to do, just make sure you have it evenly hanging over on both sides of the truck. This is a 10 by 20 foot tarp. It hangs over probably around 6 inches on each side onto the metal. Now, you take your magnets. These magnets are actually really powerful. I got them out of a microwave oven. A lot of people throw them away, but they're really good, strong magnets inside a microwave oven. If you take one apart, be careful, do your research. Even a microwave oven, a small one, the bigger the microwave ovens, the bigger and stronger the magnets. But even the small microwave oven that you might have had sitting in your attic for 2 years, there's a component in the inside where the magnets are that can still be holding an electrical charge. You try and take it apart without knowing what you're doing, it's not going to kill you, but you ain't going to be happy. But next step, you're going to take your magnets, going to put one on each end and one in the middle holding the tarp tight, and we're going to repeat and do the same thing on the other side. The tarp's going to protect your truck. The magnets aren't going to scrape your paint. And we have it pretty much taut. Now the extra material near the end right here, we're going to just roll up and we're going to stuff it between the bed and the cab. Here we go. There's no way that's going to blow out. No matter what kind of wind you get, that's solid in there between the cab and the bed. We're going to repeat the process on the other side with the magnets, and then we set up the end of the truck. And like I was saying, we're going to take our magnets. We're doing the passenger side of the truck now. Now, that side is done. Now I'm going to show you how to set up the back so you can have some shelter. You know, if it's raining out, you can still cook under it. If the weather gets too bad, you're going to have your shelter inside. You know, and now on the next step, we're going to be putting some tent poles on the tarp and stringing them down with some stakes to give ourselves a little canopy. The corners, we'll be running some string to some stakes and securing them as well. Check it out. All right, before we go and set up the rear of the truck and the tarps and the poles, it's just one thing I thought we should cover. Tying knots. A lot of people don't know how to tie knots. So if you're ever going to learn one knot, this will be the knot that you should learn while you're camping. It's called the Taut line hitch, or it's also a friction knot. Now this is going to be exactly how you do it. And you have some cordage that's slightly abrasive. You don't want it too abrasive because it'll be hard to slide. This knot will be adjustable. You can come out when it's raining, slide it up, tighten up your system, because over time when it starts raining, nylon will stretch, things will start sagging. But with this knot that I'm going to show you, you can quickly take care of that problem. Okay, for the Taut line hitch, you're going to take your cordage, you're going to go around your stake, you're going to go under, So you have it just like this, cross over. Then you're going to go through the loop twice. 1, 2. Have it like that. Then you're going to bring it back around to your main line. Hook underneath. And then go through this loop. Whoop. Underneath. Come on, work with me. Go through this loop. And then just tighten it up. See, you can actually take this knot and slide it up. So anytime that your gear gets low, the friction will hold that. You can slide it down, slide it up, and that knot will hold. I'll take it apart, do it one more time. So you're going to take it for your taut line hitch. You're going to go around your stake. You're going to go underneath this to the other side. And you're going to go through this loop twice. There's once, twice. Then you're going to bring it back down to your main line. You're going to go underneath and then through the loop. And then you're going to tighten it up. And here is your taunt. All right, now that we know what kind of knots to tie in case this thing ever sags, let's get back to setting up the back. Here we have 2 tent poles. They're adjustable. You can get these down to probably like 6 feet, up to 8 feet. These are probably around 15 bucks. You can get them at any camping store. I got them at Bass Pro Shop. I picked up 2 of them. Good thing to have. You don't need many of them, but these are very handy. All right, now we're going to take our cordage. We're going to strap down the 2 corners, and our shelter will pretty much be all set up. And there we have it. The corners are secured. And we have our shelter up. We can go through anything right now. can actually see how deep and how big this is. I said it's a 10 by 20 foot tarp. You have plenty of room to put out your chair, have a little fire. It's very secured by the magnets and being tucked in between the bed and the cab. You can see how the PVC pipe supports it. Yeah, you have plenty of room. You can lay down an air mattress in here and you are completely protected. Got to give this a thumbs up and try this thing out in some rain and see how we did. But it's a pretty easy setup. It's cheap money and you can have quite the camper on the back of your truck. Overall, it wasn't bad to put this up. Once you have everything already cut to size, you have your cordage cut to size, PVC pipe you pre-make, so it's not really that bad. It's probably, 15 minutes, half an hour. You can set the whole thing up and have perfect shelter for any kind of elements. Some high wind, you might want to strap it down with some more cordage and stakes, but this is good enough to go. What's also good about this PVC pipe setup is the very top, I added a center support. See the center support right there? Very convenient. Right at the end right here, you can add a light, hang a light from it, hang a light on the far end, the sides. Plenty of ways to add some stuff in here to make your camping experience a little more comfortable. But overall, the design works out well. Right now, I think I'm gonna reward myself with some fresh coffee out in the woods. Let's go. Got my 2-burner stove. Got a little propane can to it. Good to go. Kettle. Doing good, doing good. We get visitors. Coffee time. Can you smell it? It smells so good. What kind of coffee is it? Just black with sugar. Yes, sir. All right, everybody. Now that all the work's done, which there wasn't that much to set this up, like I said, it's an easy, inexpensive way to go camping, to turn your truck into a camper. 2 poles, a tarp, some cordage and stakes, a couple of magnets. That just makes it easier. If you don't have magnets, you can hook on some bungee cords through the eyelets of the tarp, pull them down and hook them to the bottom of your truck. There's always spots on your truck to hook up the hook of a bungee cord. But right now, time to take a deep breath. Enjoy our coffee. Enjoy the outdoors. Peace and quiet. It's probably around 65 degrees. There's a nice breeze. It is perfect. So, cheers to you. Cheers for coming back, checking out my videos. I appreciate all of you that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, consider doing so. If you like this type of footage, these type of videos, I cover camping, survival, trail cams, and animals. Please subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss an episode that I put out. I put out a few already. They're getting great numbers. Cheers to you. Cheers to the outdoors. That is good. That is good. As they call it in the military, that's some good mud. You notice I'm wearing a military shirt, an army shirt. I was in the military myself. I was a combat medic. Did a tour over in Saudi. Right now, our son's in the army. This week begins probably the hardest training he's faced so far. Can't tell you what he's doing, can't tell you where he is, or I'd have to kill you. No, but we're really, really proud of him. I'm wearing this in honor of him. Go CJ, I know you can do it. We're all behind you. Love you very much. Yeah. It's dumbfounding. I'm just sitting here thinking of the things that he has to go through. You know, he calls us up saying, oh, I just did a 12-mile ruck. You know, it's basically going for a jog with a backpack, 50 pounds, whatever. So yeah, we just did 12 miles, came back, took our rucks off. Drill sergeant said, let's go. They went out for another 12-mile run. I'm like, you did 24 miles in a day? He's like, no, we did 24 miles before 7 a.m. I'm like, ugh, I remember those days. That is rough. That is rough stuff, but he kicks ass. He kicks ass. He's in like the top 3 in his company, in his platoon. Anything, any PT test, he's smoking it. So, way to go, CJ. I wish I was there with you. I really do. We miss you and we love you so much. Getting back to the video, you know, if you can give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, it'll help severely. I haven't been on that long, but I want the channel to grow. I like doing these type of videos. I like showing you some things that I've learned over the years, and together we can go on some great adventures. I got a camping trip coming up this week, which will be excellent. I think I'm going to do it in a 2-part series, maybe even 3. It's a 2-day trip. I just feel like, ooh, that is still hot. I just feel like if you go and do that long of a video, you know, anything over an hour, I don't think people are going to tune in for the whole thing. So I figured I'd divide it up, you know, part 1, part 2, maybe part 3. And, you know, if you like the first one, hunt down the second one. That's why I'm saying subscribe to the channel. That way you'll know when I post them. I probably won't post all parts in the same day. I'll wait a day or two, and the next day, whatever, put out part 2 and so forth. But I really hope you join us for the trip. It's gonna be good times. It's supposed to be probably 60 during the day, and in the mornings we might be getting our first frost. So it's gonna be in the 30s, which will be a little interesting. In New England, the temperature jumps. It can be 70 during the day, 35 at night. That's a heck of a lot to get used to, but it'll be fun, it'll be enjoyable. Hope you join us for the adventure. Cheers, everybody. Good stuff, good stuff. I was almost gonna make a lunch out here, but I don't know, for some reason I'm just not that hungry. I have some hard-boiled eggs I took with me. Always must have your protein, yes. But I get like a cup of soup, they pour the hot water in, stuff like that. But I don't know, for some reason, I ate a lot last night, which, no surprise. I actually eat too much at night, from like 5 p.m. to whenever I go to bed, 10. I'll eat an ungodly amount of food. You know, I try and take in at least 4,000 calories a day. It's not that easy, you know, and when you're working, I can't function if I eat a big lunch. I'll be ready to go to sleep. So I kind of neglect myself during the day. A lot of liquids, best I can, but most of my eating is done at night. Probably the worst type of nutrition, but it's worked for me. Getting back to the trail cams, I learned something I wanted to share with you. Here we have one of my trail cams. This is called the Stealth Cam Deceptor. Originally, it came with an antenna this size. Really small, really thin, kind of cheesy. It actually broke real easy when, I don't know what animal it was, but saw my animal, knocked over my camera and broke it. So I called them up and asking for a replacement. They don't have antennas in stock. So, nicely, they sent me a whole camera. Win-win. But I went from this, and the reception, yeah, it was lousy. It was lousy. I go to some areas and you work so hard to go in there and you find the great spots, turn on your camera, you get nothing. So, didn't like the original. But when they sent me the second camera, which was the same model, I got this. Hold on. I went from this to this. Total height difference. The bases are different. One's narrower, one's thicker. And I'm like, is this even gonna fit on my camera? But luckily, it did. But I still wasn't impressed with this one. So I went online, taking a chance, for $7.95 on Amazon. I found these. Look at the size difference. And it's universal, it fits right on the camera. And the reception I get with this, the connectivity, is incredible. I've put my cameras in areas where I have never had signal before, and I get 3 bars, 3 out of 4. So if you want some better reception on your trail cams, take a chance, upgrade the antenna. Might look a little obnoxious, but they also turn. You can help hide it that way. They also are adjustable. You can bend them down, stand them up. But yeah, excellent, excellent. Like even in here, I hardly ever got signal before. So let's give it a little try. Turn it on. We're gonna wait for 3 solid green lights. The first one reads your SIM card, making sure you have a memory card in it. As soon as it detects that, it'll go to the second one. Now we have 2. This is your connectivity. This camera uses both Verizon and AT&T and finds a solid signal. There's 3 right off the bat. Wait for the click. There it is. It's good to go. So yeah, this camera, shutting that off so I don't take a picture of myself, but this camera is now the balls. I was disappointed with it before, but it wasn't the camera. It was just the antenna. You get what you pay for. Not always. You know, I thought this price that I paid for this, it was 140, something like that, dollars for the camera. It's excellent camera, but who would have thought that $7.95, not 1, but 2 of these antennas. So I replaced them on all my cameras with good antennas now, but you would think that, oh my God, I'm gonna spend $8, get these things, they're gonna suck and I'm just gonna throw them away. Whatever, what's $8? But holy shit. No, if you want your cameras and you want better reception, improve your antennas. Take my word for it. And it's just not for stealth cam. Those will work. They're pretty much universal. They'll fit on any camera. You know, look specifically for your model, but if you can't, just look at the picture and look at the attachment, the threads. Like I said, 99% of them are interchangeable. So hopefully now that I can get into deeper woods, areas that I've never been able to go to before, we'll start hoofing out some excellent trail cam videos of all the captures that I get. I'm on the hunt for moose now. I'm narrowing down where I want. Bear activity's picking up. They're going to be really active trying to fatten up for winter because it's getting cooler now. It's a lot cooler. I said it's going down into the 30s. Before we know it, maybe we could be having blizzards again. I used to love the winter as a kid. I don't like the shoveling. Nope. I think I'd rather sweat my ass off than freeze my ass off. But either way, I still love to go outside. I'll walk through the woods in the wintertime, have a blast. But, you know, can't always be a kid. Cheers. It is so nice out here. Got to return to work tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm praying to God that we can finish this job that I've been on for almost 3 weeks. We're in a lady's house. We're supposed to be painting 1 or 2 rooms. We've painted the entire house, the inside. I'd rather paint the outside. Inside, and she is a professional painter, like during murals and stuff, so you better not get a single tiny drop on a doorknob, something like that. But it's taken a little extra time, but it is turning out really, really good. So the time it's taking almost seems like it's not worth it once you're gonna, receive your money. But money's money. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta pay your bills. What you gonna do? Well, everybody, I think it's about time that we wrap up this little adventure. I hope you enjoyed seeing how an inexpensive truck camp can be. Setting up a camper, tent, shelter doesn't have to be expensive. And we're gonna break down the truck right now, put everything away, and get ready for the next adventure. We'll see if this thing comes apart as easy as it went together. All right, there you have it. That took what, 5 minutes? We're all set, ready to go. Thank you very much for joining in this adventure. You may have learned some things today. Hope you did. Hope this was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss an episode. We'll continue going on adventures. We'll live, we'll learn, we'll make mistakes, we'll have successes. Until next time, take care of yourselves. God bless, and enjoy the New Hampshire Great Outdoors.